Hi, I'm Connor, and this is a weekly series where I take a guitar lick, break it down, and show you how to play it. This week, I'm looking at a lick inspired by the solo from Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. So, let's take a closer look. Now, this lick's based around the first position of the E-flat pentatonic scale, because that's the tuning that Voodoo Child is in. So, I'll play it for you slowly, and I'll bring up the tab on screen so you can see exactly what it is that I'm doing. Now, there's a few things about this lick that I really like. The first is this really slow bend. As you can see, that is quite a big bend. I've actually just snapped my string trying to do it again. Well, that's a bit unlucky, but fortunately, I've got this other guitar so I can continue. And it's in that sort of Hendrix white strat colour, so maybe it's fate. But I was talking about that slow bend, and what I really like about it is not only is it a big bend, so we're bending to just over the 16th fret. So, like a quarter bend over the 16th fret. So that will be just over a full bend. Now, if you don't want to risk your string, and I don't blame you, you don't have to bend that high. You can just bend to the 16th. Just do a normal full bend and sort of do it slower to eke it out. And that's completely fine. It will sound fine. But I do like the sound of it just going slightly over. It sounds, I don't know, a little bit unhinged. I like it. The other thing that I like about this slow bend is it really asks the audience or whoever's listening to sort of lean in and anticipate what's going to come next. And we're, of course, following it up with something quite fast, something a little bit impressive. And I think that there's a lot that can be learned from that. Sometimes solos are just, you know, with throwing notes down, and that can be fine, like that can work, that's perfectly fine. But sometimes just taking a little break, a little step back, a little pause can create a lot of interest, because you can get a little bit ear fatigued when you're listening to, you know, the same over and over again. And something else I really like about this lick is we're adding this F on the 13th fret of the first string, this outside note, because that's not in the pentatonic scale, but it adds a minor tonality to it. So that sounds a lot more interesting than if we just went. And that's something worth talking about, is that the pentatonic scale by itself can sound a little bit boring. I like to think of the pentatonic as more of a framework for these licks, and then just learning where these outside notes sit and how to use them in the context of a song is really important, and it really help you create more engaging, more dynamic, and more storyful solos. One fun thing that you can do is if you combine it with one of the previous licks of the week that I've done, a Hendrix one, you get this sort of run that goes like this. Very Hendrixy, very bluesy. So that's this week's lick of the week, another Hendrix one. The reason that I've done another Hendrix one is because I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan, having researched him for last week's lick of the week, and he does this amazing live cover of Voodoo Child. It's really good, and it includes this lick in it, and I just thought it's so iconic I have to talk about it. But if there's a lick that you want me to cover, either from a song or just an artist in general, comment down below and I'll have a look. And make sure to check out next week's lick of the week. Thank you.